A foreign pilot arrested in Maine, wanted for allegedly ripping off a person in Sarasota County.
Former U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords makes a stop in Sarasota. I'll explain why just ahead.
And hot summer temperatures continue to rise. How to protect your body from overheating. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at 6, former U.S. Representative and gun control advocate Gabby Giffords was in Sarasota today.
Suncoast students and teachers took the podium alongside Giffords, describing their feelings inside the classroom following the deadly school shooting in Parkland. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick was at that event at 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota, and that's where she joins us now live with what Giffords had to say. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, Giffords is, of course, a victim of gun violence herself, surviving an attempted assassination back when she was in office. Although her message was short today, supporters heard her loud and clear.
We must do something. We must stop gun violence.
Former U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords still has difficulty walking, talking, and even seeing after she was shot in the head at a town hall more than 7 years ago.
These are scary times. Racism, sexism, lies, violence.
Giffords now a gun control advocate.
Protect our children, our future. Let them lead the way.
Sarasota children did exactly that at Thursday's rally, describing the fear following Parkland when threats were targeting their schools.
Many of us stayed home from school on days that were known to be possible issues, just in case. No one was convinced that they were safe. Learning came to a halt.
A Riverview High School teacher sharing the changes that came after. Locked classroom doors, mandatory hall passes at all times, conversations with students about safety. But still, there's uncertainty.
All of my students were in the room and the door handle started jiggling. I looked at my students curiously. They looked back at me with a sense of panic. And I nervously went to the door to find, thankfully, that it was just the custodian.
A recent Riverview graduate saying he never feared for his safety at school until recently, that things were, quote, different and awkward after Parkland.
Kids became aware. They said that we could be next because before Parkland happened, we had a lockdown in our school a week before, so, it got scary.
Giffords says the solution?
You have the courage to fight. Stand with me. Vote, vote, vote.
The rally today was in support of Democrat David Shapiro, who is running for Congress against Republican incumbent Vern Buchanan. Buchanan says while he and Gabby Giffords don't see eye to eye on the gun reform issue, they do see eye to eye on many other issues. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Jess, thank you. Here in Florida, the official first day of summer does not feel much different than the last days of spring, but it's still a good reminder that heat exhaustion and heat stroke can be very dangerous. Doctors say if you're feeling lightheaded, nauseous, or have a headache, you could be experiencing signs of heat exhaustion. If you do start to feel this way, it's important to drink water and go into an air-conditioned room or shade. You also want to take your age into consideration.
Anybody that's older or a young child, those people are definitely at higher risk for having complications from getting overheated. So it's really important to take extra precautions if you're going to enjoy a day outside.
Doctors say if you pass out from the heat, you are having a heat stroke, and it's important to go to the emergency room as soon as possible. They also say if you enjoy working out outside, it's best to do so in the early morning or later at night when those temperatures are not as high.
But it's not just the temperature, it's that feels like temperature. When you add in humidity and things. Let's get more on that with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, unfortunately, water temperature 87 degrees, got a west wind that brings all that high moisture content at the surface right into us. And with the temperatures in the upper 80s, even at this hour, it feels like 99 degrees. And that's going to continue, I think, on Friday and even in Saturday. What we're looking for, those afternoon and evening storms to progress more toward the coast in the afternoon and evening to cool us down. Really miss those rain-cooled showers showers that move in. Right now they're seeing that in Orlando and Daytona Beach, but not so much here. The barometer is a little lower as a result of this trough to the north of us, which has bumped that ridge down to our south. And you can see the motion in the storms basically off to the east. There's been 1 or 2 pop-up showers here in the Gulf lately, but those haven't had enough strength to get all the way to the coastline right now. 1 or 2 may later on tonight. I think more so in the morning, right around sunrise, there will be a few isolated showers setting up along the immediate coastline, and then that will move in with the sea breeze on that westerly wind. A lot of lightning strikes right now. I'm not missing that. The lightning, very dangerous situation here during the summer months. You have to be careful with that at all times. And it looks like right now the strongest cells into east DeSoto County, also into Highlands County. And lightning strikes have been somewhat impressive there. Not as bad as it can get sometimes during the summer months when you get tens of thousands of lightning strikes with several cells. But the shower that was just to the west of Venice has now since moved on, so no threat of that. That wind flow, all important in determining overnight lows tonight, will be out of the west. And that means our lows tonight will be around 80 degrees. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. A Charlotte County massage parlor employee is behind bars charged with prostitution. Sheriff's detectives arresting Shu Mei Zhu near Tai Ji Massage Parlor where she works. Detectives say they got several tips about illegal activity at that massage parlor. An undercover detective says she offered him sex during his massage, and when deputies raided the business, she ran off. She didn't get far and was arrested just a couple blocks away.
A pilot for a Saudi royal family is arrested in Maine, accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a Northport man. The alleged theft took place back in 2015. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us live from the Northport Police Department with more on that story. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, the arrest happened earlier this week on Tuesday. Marcin Urbanski is accused of stealing $9,000 from Northport resident Stefan Rome. Rome told police Urbanski had offered him a job with an airline, but he had to pay money for administration costs. It turns out Urbanski had worked for the overseas airline for only about a month, and he had no authority to offer anyone a job.
He just happened to be on this plane, apparently owned by the Saudi family. So unfortunate for us that, the proper policies and procedures were taking place to check everybody who came into the country and came back with this flag, and the authorities up there did the proper things to put him in custody.
And Urbanski is facing a charge of grand theft. It's not yet known if he'll be extradited to Florida to face that charge. Reporting live from Northport this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News, the Supreme Court ruling that may make your online shopping sprees a little more expensive.
Plus, the Suncoast View's Linda Carson will take us to Parrish and show us a group of people helping to make it a great place to call home.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Florida retailers say the recent disaster preparedness sales tax holiday was a success. While official sales numbers won't be available until next month, stores are saying the week-long event was very good for business. The tax-free period, which ran from June 1st through the 7th, was part of a larger tax cut package that lawmakers passed in the spring. It's estimated consumers saved more than $7 million in state and local taxes over that week. Florida Retail Federation officials hope the popularity will entice lawmakers to extend the time for tax-free shopping again next year.
It was a really good weekend, a really good week, 7 days was, it was great. People were, the stores were allowed to spread out their workforce. People were, able to take their time and figure out exactly what they wanted to get. And overall, I think it was successful and something we're going to push for again next year.
Another sales tax holiday on back-to-school supplies is scheduled for August. After a U.S. Supreme Court ruling today, you may soon be paying state sales tax on all online purchases. Siding with South Dakota, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled states should be able to require online retailers to collect and remit state sales taxes. The decision is expected to have wide-ranging implications for state finances across the country. It could open the door to additional tax revenue for Florida. Right now, companies without an office in the state generally do not collect sales tax on internet transactions. By law, customers are still required to submit the tax to the state, but very few do that.
This will improve our economy, this will improve our tax compliance, and it will actually allow Florida to continue to rely on a sales tax system to fund its future for the next generation.
It will be up to the legislature to come up with a way to implement the ruling here in Florida. Varying estimates say the state now loses out on between $200 and $700 million annually from uncollected internet sales tax.
It's still days away, but the Sarasota Police Department is already telling people to get ready for the massive crowds that will be here for the 4th of July festivities. The annual Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Festival starts this Saturday, and there will be events throughout until the 4th. To make sure that the crowds stay safe and can enjoy those impressive races, there will be some off and on-road closures. To help you navigate through those closures, we have a full list of them on our website. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the Powerboat Grand Prix article.
The Manatee Village Historical Park in Bradenton is now closed and will stay closed through the rest of the month. Located on Manatee Avenue East, the open-air museum, Stevens House, and its artifacts are being cleaned out so volunteers can clean up the site and then repaint it.
Well, Parrish is one of the fastest growing communities here on the Suncoast.
So there are many legends, stories, and historic facts about Parrish that newcomers and even some of the old-timers may not know about.
A group called Parrish Playworks was formed to make Parrish residents know their history. It's one of the things that make Parrish a great place to call home. Suncoast View's Linda Carson has more.
Parrish Playworks is community theater with a twist. They aren't doing standard plays or Broadway musicals. They're telling their own story, the story of Parrish.
We are all about theater of
for and by the people. It all started when Karen, trained in gathering and writing oral history, wrote a play called Red Rooster Tales. Red Rooster Tales is the master work that we started with that tells oral histories and legends, pirate legends, and actual factual stories about the people of Manatee County, pioneers. The stories tell of parish life from the mid-1800s to the present. We think that art and theater, as an art especially, brings people together and tell stories that matter to them, and that is what gives the community a soul. And it builds common ground for newcomers to parish and those who've lived there for generations. And I think the best way to do that is by making art together and to listen to somebody else's story and to appreciate who they are and maybe embody some of their truth. And coming together, we learn things we could never experience any other way. Performers come from various backgrounds. You've got a 75-year-old guy who's a train conductor working with someone who has never been on stage before, working with someone who's a New York trained actor. See for yourself. Their next production is called Southern Hospitality. It is written by a team of scriptwriters from the Golden Girls. It'll be at Hidden Acre Farm. Parish Playworks has no permanent home. We have worked with Florida Railroad Museum. We've performed on trains. We've performed in the park. We've performed almost anywhere. That's part of the joy of making theater. You've got good people and a good story to tell and an audience. You got a show. Parish Playworks, one thing that makes this a great place to call home. And auditions are in September, right? Yes. And the show is in November. For Suncoast View, I'm Linda Carson.
Thank you, Linda. Parish, great place to be.
Yeah.
Visit.
Yeah, we were talking today at the Bird Key Yacht Club, and the group there is called the Welcome Club of Sarasota and Manatee Counties, and they're going to play The Music Man. And I was going to start singing 76 trombones. I didn't do it. I sang something else. But they had a great time learning about the upcoming hurricane season and lightning, how to be safe out there as well, which is a danger. Thanks for listening to me out there. Appreciate it. A lot of fun. And the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing a few clouds around. We've had a few clouds. Now and again, not much rain here near the coast. Lakewood Ranch, you can see the cloudiness moving off to the east and some of the high clouds from the inland storms moving to the west. And so we're looking at partly cloudy skies there. Once in a while, a shower tries to move on in, but no luck. It's just too stable there in the right along the coastline. But tomorrow morning, different story. I think some of these will have a chance to hang on, and there'll be a few scattered showers right around sunrise, and they'll push on shore with the sea breeze developing in the mid part of the day, and then doing the same what we see right here, all of it moving off to the east. No cooling showers headed our way. And these aren't just showers, they are thunderstorms, and they are getting big. And notice how they back build here. You'll see how the latest radar imagery shows these storms moving off to the east. And now we're starting to see more lightning here, indicating the storm is gaining strength. What happened is all the heavy rain here created these little miniature cold fronts. That runs into that west wind. The convergence sets up. The storms build up to past 30,000 feet and generate all that lightning. And you can see it covering much of the eastern third, a portion of the Hardee County right now. Just 363 strikes just in the last 10 minutes there. And the rain is coming down at the rate of 2 inches an hour. Get used to it, and we're going to get it here. Later on next week, I believe, things start to change around as that high-pressure ridge, which has been bumped down to the south now. It lies over the Florida Straits, and this ridge will stay there, not there, but it's down to our south. I don't know why it popped up there, but nonetheless, we're going to see this westerly wind flow continue, and that will bring us, looks like mainly inland storms in the afternoon and evening, with a chance for a few coastal showers during the sunrise hour up to about 10, 11 o'clock. Now you can see these clouds here. This is moisture content in the atmosphere, but some of the high clouds are drifting off to the west. That's a result of the upper level high continuing to bring us some east to west flow, but the lower level, surface low, continues to bring in that west wind, which really keeps the dew point high. Boy, they're getting some big rain right now into Texas. Life-threatening mudslides expected in Mexico, and then flash flooding real currents there in South Texas as a result of that low pressure that's kind of hanging right over the land there in Texas. Thankfully, it's not over the Gulf. It could possibly have developed into a tropical system there. 99 degrees, the heat index. Feels nice, doesn't it? To be in air conditioning, that is. 86 degrees on the temperature. The high today, 91, 89 the normal. But the normal dew point is not nearly this high. Usually it's in the low 70s. It's in the mid to upper 70s. This low pressure area is spinning here. It's dropping to the southeast. This is the reason why that high pressure got suppressed down to our south, and that little trough of low pressure will hang out there on Friday, and I even think on Saturday. Sunday it goes away, and high pressure will start to move more to the north or right over the top of us. Temperature 101 in Dallas now, 89 in Memphis, 69 in Boston. For boaters, pretty quiet, except for those isolated cells. You have to avoid those tomorrow morning. Light chop on the waters, and there in the water temperature 87 degrees. UV index will be at 12. Well, the heat index 100. It'll be the same on Saturday. By the way, Saturday 30% chance for showers. And the Bob Rizzi Golf Tournament for the Powerboat Grand Prix Festival kicks off. That's at the Meadows, and tee time is at 7:30. It'll be 82 degrees, but the feels like temperature by 10:30 will be about 97 degrees and near 100 by the 2 o'clock hour. So keep that in mind, golfers. Plenty of water out there. And Gatorade. Slight chance on Saturday. The good point is only a slight chance for showers there. 60 to 50% chances exist all the way from Sunday through Thursday of next week. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Stay with us.
When we come back, it's National Selfie Day. We'll show you how some local law enforcement agencies are participating.
Tonight, reversing course, the executive order to end separation of children from their parents. So how and when will families be reunited? And what's next in the immigration debate? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
The summer sizzles at the Players Center with the opening of Crossing Delancey. City cultures collide in this charming play about a young woman searching for love and the New York dream. Opening June 14th, call 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Get your tickets to the perfect romantic comedy, Crossing Delancey.
ABC7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
Today is National Selfie Day. Sarasota County Emergency Services joining in on all the fun. They tweeted this selfie of Fire Station number 5 taking a selfie in their gear with coffee in hand. And Marine Officer Joyce from Venice Police also took part in National Selfie Day while being photobombed by Marine Deputy Fandozzi from the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. And we are taking part in Selfie Day here at ABC7. I think Stephanie and Ray had some this morning. Right. John Scalzi and you had some as well. Yep. You guys have taken some selfies.
We got one too.
Ours earlier.
Yeah,
so,
we did.
Yeah, take a selfie.
Yeah, you got to do a selfie. You know?
You got to do hashtag Suncoast selfie so we can see it.
A Suncoast selfie at sunset.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, on the first day of summer.
There you go.
Perfect.
Alliteration. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Chrysler Pacifica Incredible Sales Event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration. Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Florida Studio Theater presents Always Patsy Cline, extended due to popular demand. A tuneful tribute, the story of Patsy's rise to stardom is told by her biggest fan. Featuring such hit songs as Walkin' After Midnight, I Fall to Pieces, Crazy, and many more you know and love. Critics are calling Always Patsy Cline a genuine hit. Audiences are calling it outstanding. Always Patsy Cline is now playing. Tickets can be purchased at 941-366-9000 or floridastudiotheater.org.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer.
Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.